This broadcast is presented to you by Mayo Clinic, the #1 hospital in the world.
Welcome to the Ghantoot Polo Championships International, match day 4, field 2 here in Abu Dhabi. And we've got our two teams warming themselves up here on this beautiful evening here in the UAE. Ghantoot taking on the home team, Abu Dhabi. Ghantoot Polo played 1-1. Abu Dhabi reversed fortunes for themselves, having played one and having been defeated in their first match. So they'll be looking for a first victory here to try and get themselves going in this tournament. That's the commentator, that's me. We're under the lights, of course, during the holy month of Ramadan. We did have a game in the afternoon yesterday up in Deepak, up in Dubai. But the remainder of this tournament is certainly scheduled to be played under the lights here once the sun has set. Let's have a look at the runners and riders here. Ghantoot Polo, an unchanged side for them from their first outing. Ghantoot takes the #1 shirt, the 1-goal handicap. At 2 is Marcos Solari. Carlos Mario Shoa of an 8-goal handicap takes the 3 shirt. And at the back, the 3-goaler, Dante Castagnola. Ghantoot totaling 16 goals. And their opponents, Abu Dhabi, Faris Al-Yabuni playing in the #1 shirt for his team. At 2 is the 6-goal Argentine Jose Riglos. At 3, Bautista Bejo of a 5-goal handicap. And at the back, Senor Hilario Ruiz Guinazu. And Abu Dhabi playing off a 15-goal team total. And they will receive a half. Our umpires are out there ready to roll. Chris Hyde and Peter Wright. And in the chair next to me with the benefit of the replay is Senor Matias Bavieni. Social media for the messages. That's it on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. We would love to hear from you. It's a lonely night without the love and the messages. Instagram at PoloLineOK. Facebook is at PoloLineInt. And YouTube at PoloLine TV. Let us know where you're watching the action from, who you're supporting, and we would love to hear from you. Hello. We are ready. The players are coming back out. We're set. Just to go back to those previous scores, we mentioned that Ghantoot have played 1-1. They had a blistering start, absolutely blistering. They came out against Al Basha and they went 7-0 up and ended up beating Al Basha in that first match on match day 1, 9-3. So a convincing victory by the red shirts of Ghantoot, who looked very good in that game. And mixed fortunes. Abu Dhabi coming up a very strong Ghantoot side. And in the end, they clawed their way back in the final chukker, but still failed to get back on level terms. And they were beaten by Ghantoot by the score of 10-8.5. So Abu Dhabi played 1, lost 1, and Ghantoot played 1 with a victory. Well, looks like we're waiting for Ghantoot. I haven't seen him yet. Someone else coming out there in red. In fact, I see 2 mounted Ghantoot players, so it looks like everybody's here. Just going to kick off a little bit late here, ladies and gentlemen. Currently 3 minutes past 7. So it gives me an opportunity just to run through some of the previous scores. that first match, as I mentioned, Habtoor running out the winners over El Basha 9-3. We had Ghantoot beating Abu Dhabi 10-8.5. And then UAE taking on Bangladesh yesterday, and that was a really close encounter, wasn't it? Bangladesh were very good. Missed a couple of penalties in the fifth that came back to haunt them, and they eventually got beaten by UAE by the score of 9-7.5 in a very good game yesterday afternoon at Deepak. So this is match day 4, just one game a day currently due to the holy month of Ramadan. We're playing under the lights. And, just looking at Jose Riglos' pony, having a very good look and shying at the tower here. I don't think it likes the look of our third man, Matthias Bavieni. That pony didn't like the look of you. He is pretty scary, to be fair. Habtoor coming down now, buoyant from his victory in the Gold Cup. The Wolves with a really good victory in the Gold Cup. What a game that was, and a final that was, and a superb result for the Dubai Wolves. Habtoor now slotting into the Habtoor team. I'm sure his father Mohammed will be watching, tuned in. It'd be nice to hear from you, Mohammed. We've seen the social media messages, platforms. Get your message in. It'd be good to hear from you. Looks like the stage is set here. Half a goal start to the team in the white shirts with the purple trim. They played one, lost one. Could really do with the victory here to get themselves back in contention here for the Ghantoot Polo Championships International. We're underway. And coming around the corner here is Bautista Bejo. Bauti tried to cut that one downfield. Didn't quite get the shot he was looking for. It's been reversed there. And Abu Dhabi back in possession of the ball here. Bringing the ball around the corner. Abu Dhabi on the march, heading down towards goal. Scampering back in defence here. Looks like Ushoa. And that one's gone. A nice tail shot on the near side. Lovely backhander coming in from Faris. A little bit unlucky there. It's been picked up nicely here by Habtoor. He drives that one down. Faris Al-Yabuni thinks he's got enough time and space to nip in and steal that ball. Whoa, and there's a slip there from Bauti Bejo. Right on the halfway line. The pony's okay, but I think the mare may have trodden on Bauti. Maybe he got his foot caught. Where is that ambulance? He's coming in from the scoreboard now. Certainly the pony was okay, ladies and gentlemen. It's made its way back to the lines. It was a nasty slip. Bauti may have done something here to his foot. Let's keep our fingers crossed for Bauti Bejo. There's the backhander from Faris. Bauti drops in on the ball. He is on the right leg. But she just slips there. Just looking at the replay, she loses the back leg. There's a puff of sand as she tries to bank around the corner to the right, and she goes down hard. Bauti may well have got his foot either caught, trodden on, or rolled on. Let's hope he's okay. Bauti Bejo just getting some treatment here. There is a bit of dew on the ground, of course. At this time of night, it's quite a humid night. Let's hope he's okay. Well, welcome back, Polo Liners. Welcome back to the thousands of people tuned in on the live stream, watching the action from the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club here in Abu Dhabi. And the good news is both pony and rider are good to continue. Balti Visual making his way back out onto the field. Here's the replay. Faris Al-Yabuni comes in, reads the situation well. Little backhander coming in from him. And here's Balti's tumble. Tries to bank round to the right. Was in possession of the ball, and well, the mare just slipped and lost the back leg, and they went down hard. But the good news is he's okay. So too is the pony, and they are both good to continue. So, still early doors here in the first. Riglos picks it up here at the number 2 with the fluorescent helmet on the far side. He's certainly easy to spot this time of night, and he's working his magic here, the 6-goal Argentine. He's down to the 60, but eventually gets tagged and hooked out of it. And they're still going here, Abu Dhabi. It's been picked up here by their number 4, and he's gone through the traffic, and he's found the posts. A lovely goal there by the number 4 for Abu Dhabi, Hilario Ruiz Guinazu. Well, there's the replay. Pounced on that loose ball. The defence was scrambled, and he wasn't going to miss from there. So Abu Dhabi, after that nasty tumble for Balti Visual, found the first goal. Whoa, a rearing pony there from Riglos, a high-ho silver in the throw-in. And play will continue. That's a nice little measured pass out towards Habtoor. It is taken on here by his teammate who punches it downfield. Riglos is back in defence here. Little goal shot coming in there. And this could be good, and it is. A lovely little flick there on the near side of his pony. Riglos came in as the last line of defence. Got a good ride-off in fairness. But the goal shot was sweet. And here it is. Lovely little play by Solari. So a quick reply for Habtoor. Remember, Abu Dhabi starting with that half-goal handicap start, so they're still ahead here, but it's a narrow, slender advantage, 1.5-1. Riglos is there on the near side, gets a second bite at it. Decides to try and take on his opposite number, Riglos. Looks like he's in the mood. Near side challenge coming in there from Balti Visual, who looks like he's okay after that fall. And it's been reversed there into the path of Ulshoa. Habtoor on the attack here. They're looking to take the lead. And it looks like that one is wide to the right. Play continuing. That's punched forward. There's a loud appeal there, but a nice little hit there from Hilario. And he's punched that one across the field and away from the danger zone. Big ride-off. Good counter ride-off. And that one's been kicked by the pony and hoofed out of play there by the pony of Dante Castagnola. So the Whites will get possession here. We've got 4-2-1 on the clock. We'll have one more blast here before the halfway point and a chance for a free change. And it is Ruiz Guinazu with a terrible miss hit, in fairness. Solari had a nibble at the ball. He couldn't quite get control of it. Guinazu's told to get on with it, and he goes to the near side. But he's shown too much of that there to Dante Castagnola. Castagnola's backhander was weak, but it worked perfectly. It was more luck than judgment, and it's been picked up here by Ulshoa, and Ulshoa into the path of Solari. Solari cutting that one infield, and Visual with a nice adjustment and a good near side backhander. Reversed there by Hilario Ruiz Guinazu. Habtoor is first to surface in defence here for his team. He's decided to take it around the corner. Good work here from the number 1. Riglos, a wild swing from him, and he's come up with nothing but fresh air on that. Balti Visual will have to come in there and deal with it. He chops the near side backhander and reverses it, but it's picked up once again here by Habtoor in the form of Castagnola. Castagnola out towards Hilario Ulshoa. Ulshoa appealing for the foul, straightening up nicely, and Balti Visual came in. There was maybe a tiny bit of contact, but he went near side and the umpires didn't like it. Here's the play. Castagnola setting it up. Nice little cut shot, measured pass out there, and there's the play. The contact wasn't good. It wasn't good enough. And the players have nipped off to change here. The umpire's whistle has stopped the clock here with 3-1-4, and it's time for a free change. It's Marco Solari there, the number 2, changing ponies. with that coming up with that really good under the net shot goal. The only goal thus far for the Habtoor team. He's on fine form, young Solari. Had a good outing in their first match, as they all did. They played very well, Habtoor, all four of them. Enjoy the best of Polo. Download the new app, the new Polo Line TV app. If you haven't got it, well, you're bonkers, because it's got all the information you need from across the globe of polo. That's the Polo Line TV app. Get it downloaded ASAP. We've had some messages from some of our viewers, which is very nice to see and nice to hear. We'll be reading them out as and when we can. But lots of messages coming in, support for both teams. I'll let you know in a second, Matty. 40-yard hit. He's got the height and he's got the direction. Absolutely beautiful. Wonderful strike that was from Ushoa. Smashing that one over the top. They don't come any sweeter than that. Habtoor into the lead, 2 to 1.5. Tolio Shoa now playing off an 8-goal handicap. He worked his way through the ranks the last couple of seasons. It's Solari who's broken away with the ball here from the throw-in. He's trying to get it around the corner and sets himself and launches that one down towards goal. This is close. He's gone across the face of goal and he's missed it wide right. Good play from Solari. So a sigh of relief here for Abu Dhabi as they bring the ball back into play. It's Ruiz Guinasu. Measured pass out towards Riglos. Ushoa was waiting for it, and that's nice work from Tolio Ushoa. He gets a good spin turn in, and he's muscling his way down over the 60-yard line. Ball is bouncing and hopping all over the place, but he's done really well here. Ushoa still on the attack for Habtoor. It's Tolio Ushoa looking for a wonderful goal. He goes to the near side. Has he got it? Oh, he's overcooked it, and he's pulled it across the face and wide right. What a brilliant run from Tolio Ushoa. Almost deserved a goal, didn't it? Another knock in here for Ruiz Guinasu. He's gone out to the right-hand side and he's found Riglos. Riglos now nudging that one down the boards and coming through on this himself. He's over the top of the plate, gets back to the ball. Hilario. Ruiz Guinasu setting himself and punching that one down into the traffic. Could well have been stopped here by Habtoor, and in fact they do have possession of the ball here, just waiting for some players to clear, and then punched out to the left-hand side under his pony's neck out towards Solari. Solari is on the march. He's gone beyond his man. He's left Riglos for dead, and he's muscled this one around the corner. He's flat tack. Little miscontrol there from Solari. And Ruiz Guinasu in the right place at the right time to put the brakes on and spin the corner here and set up a counter-attack for Abu Dhabi. Riglos. Big ride-off. Look at that for a welcome to the party kind of ride-off that was. A lovely, well-timed ride-off and right on the stroke of the hooter there. They will continue as that one's punched into the path of Habtoor. He comes together here with Faris Al-Yabuni. It's Habtoor and Faris Al-Yabuni scrapping away for the ball here. And I think they're going to cancel each other out. The backhander comes in. And a goal. Goal right in the dying embers of that first chukker. What a brilliant chukker that was, ladies and gentlemen. A wonderful goal for Habtoor. The final touch of the chukker. And we finished that first chukker with Habtoor having conceded the first goal. We've finished the chukker in a commanding position here. It's 3 to 1.5.
Welcome to the prestigious Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club, where world-class training meets unmatched passion for horses. Join our new horse training classes and learn from the best. Be a part of our legacy of excellence.
Well, welcome back, Polo Liners. Welcome back to the start of the second chukker. Let's have a look at the replay. Look at this for a play from Ghantoot. Ghantoot muscles his way past Faris, gets far enough beyond, goes for the near side, and he's going away, and he gets that wonderful near side shot and gets the score for the red shirts of Ghantoot. And he's on the march here once again. He's just been called off that play. He's gone downfield for the pass, and that one looks like it has beaten Ghantoot out over the back line, and possession will go back to Abu Dhabi. We're back in play. Ruiz Guineasu out towards Riglos. Jose Riglos here, the 6-goal Argentine, shutting down this bay. He's got Bauti Vejo tucked in behind. Bauti being tracked here by Ulloa. And Ulloa has forced Bejo to go wide and down into the corner of the field. That's not really where he wanted to be. And Solari, with a nice bit of skill around the corner here, backed up here by Toli Ulloa. Ulloa goes to the near side. Thinks about flicking the ball back towards his teammate, and he got it through. Riglos. Good near side backhander from him, but there's only red shirts there, and that's nicely met there by Solari, who sweeps the ball across the field. Faris thought about coming in and then thought twice. That one's been launched long. Lovely hit downfield. And the cut shot comes in. Has he got it? I think he's just missed it. Just left of the post. It was a great effort. Wonderful attempt. Wonderful play from Solari. And he found Dante Castagnola, but Castagnola's cut shot did not quite have enough angle on it. To be fair, it was a very tight angle. So another knock in here for Abu Dhabi. It's Riglos on the far side of the field, getting possession back here for the local team. And they're appealing for the foul hook here. Solari was the man reaching out there on Hilario Ruiz Guineasu. And certainly didn't look good from here. So the umpires marching their way downfield. The ball's been placed on the 40-yard line. And it is Senor Jose Riglos, the number 2 here, with the purple sleeves and the fluorescent helmet. The Hijo de Pepe circling around here to take this penalty. He sets himself, and he's missed it. And what a chance. Didn't sound great. Wasn't the perfect contact. Sounded a little bit like it wasn't in the centre of the stick head. And either way, he's pushed it wide right. So possession back to Ghantoot this time. And it is Dante Castagnola from the back line. Chops a pass out towards Toli Ulloa. Carlos Ulloa down the boards. Solari is there. Shaw is there. So too is Balti Visual, waiting there for Tolio Shoa. White ball is the call. You can hear Peter Wright from here. And it is Balti Visual who clumps that one downfield. He's looking for Farisal Yabuni, but he's found Hilario. Flying through there was Riglos. Ruiz Guinnessou reaching out, almost threw himself out of the saddle to try and get that hook. Farisal Yabuni's there for a piece of the action, but the ball's been stolen away, and Habtor have possession here once again. 4:02 on the clock. Good work from Bijot. Being tracked and hunted down by Solari. They've still got it here, Abu Dhabi. It's not pretty, but they've still got the ball. Goal shot coming in from Balti Bijot. Where's that one gone? Ulshoa. Nice little turn. Sold them a dummy and then spins the corner. He set up the play nicely here. And a whistle as Balti Bijot came in there. And that will be the halfway point with 3:31 on the clock. That will be a chance for the players to change their ponies. Let's have a look at the replay here. The two number threes coming together. Ulshoa it was who was established. Bijot was coming in for the ride-off. We are possibly having a good look at this. Ainsley Salary, part of the sponsorship of Polo Line TV. You need to check out the Ainsley Salary range. They're doing wonderful things in polo. Fitted saddles, amongst many other good things. And if you haven't seen the Ainsley range, you need to contact Ross Ainsley and the team at Ainsley Salary. Going to be a 5B in the centre of the field. Balti Bijot just coming across and asking a question, which he's entitled to do. Circling around here on the great pony is Castagnola. That's a complete mishit. He was intending to get that down to Tolio Shoa, but he's topped it, and he's topped it straight into the path of a turning Riglos. Riglos out of the air, picks it up nicely, goes for the half volley, didn't quite get it, sets himself, oh look at that, it's almost a belly shot there in field, and it's been picked up by Habtor, who are on the counter-attack on the far side of the field. It's Ulshoa putting the brakes on. Abu Dhabi have it back. That's Balti Bijot on the far side of the field, working it around the corner. He's under pressure. Castagnola has it, spins the corner here on the grey pony. Dante Castagnola bringing this one in field and try to outrun Riglos, but Riglos on a fast pony gets man and ball. Flicks it back in field. That's a clever play there from Riglos. Lays it back with a short backhand pass into the path of his oncoming teammate. Here comes Ruiz Guinnessou. Solari just going to the persuader. So too Riglos. That one has been punched under his pony's neck. Out toward Balti Bijot has done very well. Dragged that ball out and prevented it from going across towards Ulshoa. Still Balti Bijot in contact here with Tolio Shoa. Ulshoa called out. Bijot opens up, fires it down towards goal. It's got to be close. Castagnola is there, and Castagnola has found a nice under-the-neck shot, and the Reds are on the march on the far side of the field. There's a counter-attack on here for Habtoor. They're up to the halfway line. Still going here is Habtoor. Habtoor tucked in behind his teammate, and the goal shot comes in. It's Solari who was on the march, and it's wide. Well, they're still playing. We saw the goal judge scurrying across with his flag, but it's still in play. And there's a white player who's been called out of the way. Goal shot is on. And eventually he sets himself and muscles it over the line. But as he hits somebody in the process, Faris Al-Yabuni was there. Faris may well have been hit. There's the replay. Quite hard to see from this commentary position. It's quite foggy. And they're under the lights. But it looks like Faris has taken a stick. And the ambulance is being called into action again. 1:22 left on the clock here in the second. Second of 5 chukkers. There will be no overtime, of course, with a half-goal handicap advantage for Abu Dhabi. Well, the ambulance is heading off the field. So it looks like Faris is okay. That's the good news. And the umpire's having a really good look at the replay and having a chat with the players now. The goal has been awarded, and it takes Habtoor into a 2.5 goal advantage here. The current score 4-1.5. We're back in play. And picked out from the back of the pack there from Solari. Riglos went for the Hail Mary under the next shot, and he's found Faris Al-Yabuni. What a lovely pass. Can Faris get bat on ball? No, but he's got some support here. Where's that one going? It's Riglos coming through the pack. Riglos with a little flick. That's nicely done. A wonderful pass, and then a follow-up finish by Jose Riglos. Here's the replay. The pass was superb in itself, wasn't it? He absolutely tonked it under his pony's neck, put it right out in front of Faris. Faris couldn't deal with the touch. He was under pressure, in fairness to him. And Riglos came steaming through the pack, jumped all over that loose ball, and got the job done. Just what Abu Dhabi needed. They've cut the gap. It's 2.5 to 4. Solari. Oh, a little slip there from the back legs of Riglos' pony this time. And that's allowed Solari to get that pass downfield. There's the hooter as Habtoor comes around the corner. He's got some support here from Toli Ulshoa. Ulshoa sets himself. And a whistle will end the second chukker, ladies and gentlemen. We've already had the first bell. Let's see what the umpires decide when we come back. At the break at the end of the second, it's the red shirts of Habtoor who have the advantage here over Abu Dhabi. It's 4-2.5. Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to match day 4, field 2 of the Ghantoot Polo Championships International, live and direct from the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club here in Abu Dhabi. We're under the lights throughout the holy month of Ramadan. And a fascinating contest here between Habtoor and Abu Dhabi. About to start the third chukka. 4-2.5. We've had some messages coming in from our Polo Line TV viewers. They're the social medias. That's the platforms in which to get in touch. Instagram at Polo Line OK, Facebook is at Polo Line Int, and YouTube at Polo Line TV, as we look at pictures of Marco Solari, the number 2, making his way back out onto the field for the red shirts of Habtoor. Lots of love coming in for the Habtoor team, a lot of support from our messages, especially from India, surprisingly. Rohan Khan is sending support for Habtoor from India. Nice to hear from you, Rohan. Short measured pass is too short, and Solari will drop in on that and find a nice little reverse here towards his teammate. Coming through is Castagnola. Castagnola hooked out of it, but well, Ruiz Guinasu looked like he may have parked his horse in the way. Let's have a look. There's the miss hit down towards goal, and there's the attempted challenge. Let's see what the umpires come up with here. We've got a message from Usha Biswas Mistry. Deepak Nira Habtoor Polo team support everyone. Okay. Rohan Khan, Deepak Nira family support. Roberto Pereira is also watching. 30-yard hit, penalty to Ushoa. He's got it. He doesn't miss from there, surely. And the flag is raised. The goal is good, and Habtoor stretch away here. They've opened up an advantage. It's 5-2.5. Early doors in the third. Paramita Singh is watching and says, very interesting match. Thank you very much for your message. Clash of sticks in the throw-in. Who's got it? Balti Bejo trying to reverse his pony and dig that one out. And he's done well here, Balti. A little deflection there as he tried to muscle that one through, but Riglos has done well. He's read the situation well, and he's gone near side back to the offside and reversed a nice little open backhander into a dangerous area. Flicked around the corner. That was good work in defence. And Habtoor have got it. Here's Ushoa. Nice work out of defence. Working this one downfield. Still going. And still switching to the near side. Shown a little bit too much of that to Riglos there, Tolio show, and he's had the ball stolen away, but Solari is there for a bit of support. And Solari just tried a little wristy flick past, and it's landed very nicely for them, and the Reds are in on goal. It's Tolio Shoa, surely from there is going to get the score, and he does. Wonderful stuff between Tolio Shoa and Marco Solari. And there's the replay. He tried to thread that little pass through Solari, and it ended up falling very nicely for him. So he came through himself, and then Ushoa was there to finish it off. Abu Dhabi need a goal, and they feel they need the next goal. Ushoa comes in on the near side. He's got 3 Abu Dhabi players around him. One is Riglos, one is Bijot, and the other one was Faris Al Yabouni. And Abu Dhabi have got the ball here, but they've been forced wide. Down into the corner there, down by the Habtoor camp. And Guillermo Coutinho will be watching intently, the manager here of this team. Riglos coming through. He's got his stick raised. He wanted the whistle. He ain't going to get it by the sounds of it. We've had a message from Neelam Rani. God play Deepak. Team win. That's been stolen away there. And the goal shot comes in, and they've got it. And the goal judge is over to the left-hand side, but he's waving his flag, and the goal is good. Let's have a look at the replay. Riglos. And nicely done in the end. A little bit of grit needed. Nicolas Isla is watching the polo. Hi, Nico. Hope you're enjoying the action. Riglos breaking away from Ulshoa. Oh, he's caned that one infield. He's going to have to reach out and try and do something, but he couldn't quite do it. And there's a huge whistle on the play as the red player tried to get back towards the ball. Looked like the whites were well established. Here's the replay. Riglos with a miss hit. Tried to get back to it. Ulshoa comes through. He's okay, but then there you see a red player coming out in front. And that is the halfway point here in the third chukka. We've got 3-5-1 on the clock. And the umpires have decided that that is the perfect opportunity for a free change. Let's see what they decide here. We've had a message from Gerald Hurdle, who says, hope the player is okay. I'm assuming he's talking about the Belty Bishop. Maybe it was the Faris incident where Faris got hit. But I can tell you, Gerald, that all the players are okay thus far. Thank you very much. And so too are the ponies. Thanks for your message. Mariano Garcia, saludos desde India, from Jindal Polo. Mariano, good to hear from you, buddy. Glad you're watching the action and enjoying the polo. We are missing you. Lamoshul says, wow. Priya Ghosh says, hi. Not quite sure who they're supporting, but they are tuned in on the live stream and they're enjoying the action from the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club. It's a penalty too. And this an opportunity for back-to-back goals for Abu Dhabi and a chance here for Jose Riglos to bring number 4 up on the scoreboard. Sets himself. He missed one down at the far end, but no mistaking with the penalty to open goal, 30-yard hit. He strokes it through and he brings Abu Dhabi back into touching distance. They're trailing here 4.5 to 6. Solani doing well in the throw-in here. He's really playing well, this kid, isn't he? And he's cut this one around the corner. He's looked for the cut shot. He's found it down into a dangerous area. Habtoor is up there. He couldn't quite get back to the ball. And the ball has beaten him out of play. Possession will go back to Abu Dhabi here. Still got 3 minutes on the clock here in the third. Third of 5 chukkers, remember. Plays called. And the red player there, Solari, asking for the block. He doesn't get it. As Riglos comes flying through. Big challenge there. Centre field between Doli Ulshoa and Belty Bishop. Good work here by Ulshoa. Cuts it around the corner. He's going to be beaten to the ball there by Ruiz Guinasul. Ulshoa now with a little open backhand opportunity. Well, right place, right time, Faris Yabuni. And Faris has done really well to meet that on the head-to-head play. But the momentum has been lost here for Abu Dhabi, and Ulshoa has it back, and this is dangerous for Abu Dhabi. Tolly working this one across the inside the 30-yard line. He's going all the way here, goes to the near side, cuts it back towards goal. He's missed it. You can hear by that cry of anguish that he is wide and he's furious with himself. Did all the hard work, didn't he? But he's off target. And a real let-off here for Abu Dhabi. Riglos pumping hard to try and get down towards that ball, but he was always second best. Backhander wasn't the best from Castagnola. And Bautibejo has been told to get on with it. Finds a nice pass. Perfect pass out towards Riglos. Riglos has hit Faris. Hit him right in the back. So unlucky that for Abu Dhabi. It worked it really nicely. Bejo's pass to Riglos was, well, it was inch perfect. And Faris was in a really good position, but unluckily for Jose Riglos, he has hit it straight at his boss, and the attack has broken down. Let's have a look at the replay. There's the pass to Riglos from Bejo, and Faris was well set, but Riglos' pass was straight at him. He's okay. He's been in the wars, Faris. He's been hit with the stick. He's been hit by the ball. He just needs to get nutted by a horse now, and he'll have a full set. Ball goes out to the left-hand side. Who's got it? Tolio Shoa. Cut shot. This looks nice. Is it leaking left? It could be drawing back inside that post. What a lovely hit from Tolio Shoa. Well, certainly showing us his class there. Look at this for a goal. I mean, it is absolutely perfect. Look at the bend on it. Just draws inside that post. Lovely hit from range. And Habtoor, having been under a bit of pressure from a good Abu Dhabi performance in this third chukka, Habtoor have scored, and they've extended their lead once again. Riglos jumping all over that. There's the hooter. Solali had his stick raised, so too did Bautibejo. That will be the whistle that ends the first half of this match. And we will see what the umpires decide when we return for the start of the fourth. At the break, Habtoor have the advantage, 7-4.5. And for the benefit of our Polo Line TV viewers, we're going to have an interview from Senor Santiago Toriguetar.
When we talked last year, they had the idea to drop it to 16 to get a few more teams. I'm not sure if it's the right way to go or not, but normally at the end of the season it's a bit more difficult to get teams. So I think it's working out okay. We have 6 teams, and it should be a competitive tournament. I think that it was quite good. One team won the Silver Cup, another team won the Gold Cup. There were very good teams. Bangash made a fantastic tournament. Everybody was, UAE is always there. Jangiri this year didn't have it wasn't as good as last year, but they still went to semifinals and they did very good. They also did very good in the medium level, that they went to the final. Ghantoot played only the Gold Cup, so it's always a bit more difficult when you arrive just to the Gold Cup. And Wolf deserved to win, and it was the best team of the tournament, so very solid team. It didn't surprise me because we've been working for that, so there is a lot of new faces and new teams, and they are getting organized to play in that level. We have it's a level that is one step before the high goal, but for starting players that want to play competitive, it's the first step, and then maybe they stay in 12 goal all their life, or they can jump to the high goal. But it's a very good level to be competitive at. Next season we have a draft program already. We're working with the World Championship to see if it's going to happen or not. But we have a few issues with that, with teams and with the organization. But I think it will probably happen. And the main season, we will have a change. We will play the Silver Cup first, the Ghantoot International in the middle, and the Gold Cup afterwards, so that we've gone back to the original when we used to finish around the 20th of March or somewhere around that. So the Gold Cup will be after Ramadan. There is Emar is building another club with 2 more fields. Sheikh Meita is doing her fields. So eventually it's growing. We can see it's growing. And the polo, you can see there is new faces and very competitive.
Looking. That was the one that pretty much won them the game. It was backed up with a penalty at the other end, but that was the one that took them into the lead. That's a lovely goal from Haider Bangash on the near side after a wonderful pass.
We come back from the halftime break with the innovative play of the match. Mayo Clinic breakthrough moment.
Looking, he skies the ball and then plucks it out of the air and then volleys it a couple of times and then runs it down the field on the end of his stick, and he's showboating. Lovely skills here from Monteverde. Is he going to go all the way in the air? Oh, he's left it behind, and Capella says, thank you very much, I'll turn it around, and we'll score at the other end. Oh, can you believe he's missed that next shot? Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to all of our Polo Line TV viewers on the live stream. We're here at the Ghantoot Polo Championships International. Match day 4, field 2 here under the floodlights. Let's have a look at the match stats here at half-time between Habtoor and Abu Dhabi. Field goals, 5-3 in favour of the Reds of Habtoor. Throw-ins, that's been shaded by Abu Dhabi, 6-5 in their favour. Fouls, just 7 in the game, good to see. 3 by the Reds and 4 by the white and purple shirts. Penalties, 2 out of 2 for Habtoor, 1 out of 2 for Abu Dhabi. There was a missed penalty, wasn't there, by Senor Riglos, a 40-yard penalty that went wide right. There's been no corners and no yellow cards in the game. Marcos Solari heading out onto the field, the number 2 there in the red shirt of Habtoor. Chukka by Chukka, good start for Habtoor. They were obviously started half a goal down, but they scored 3 in the first and came in 3-1.5 ahead. It was 4-2.5 at the end of the second. And they scored 3 goals and conceded just the 2 in the third. And at half-time, 7-4.5 in favour of Habtoor. Those are the platforms for the messages. Insta at Polo Line OK, Facebook at Polo Line Int, and YouTube at Polo Line TV. Vijayeta Ghosh says, we support Deepak Kumar, Habtoor Polo team. More love and support coming in for the Habtoor team. Haven't had one message supporting Abu Dhabi yet. It's a bit mean, isn't it? Here comes Balti Visual from 60 yards. Sounded good, but it's along the ground, bobbling its way. It's been half stopped, reversed towards goal, and picked up by Solari by the looks of things on the far side of the field, and he's cut this one downfield. Habtoor is absolutely steaming, and he's trying to get on the end of this pass. Long ball, wasn't it, by Solari? Bautivejo back in defence, couldn't go for the backhander because he was ridden over the top of the ball there by some good work from Habtoor. And I think the ball has popped out of play down there in front of the Habtoor camp. In fact, it has. It's going to be a red ball. We'll come back to the 60. Well, there's a bit of confusion as to whose ball it is. Some players bolting back in defence. But it is, in fact, a red ball. Has to go for it. Ball went out of play inside that 60, so has to hit it first time, and he's hit it wide left. So the chance has slid past the post. Brought back into play here by Ruiz Guinazu. Out towards the Riglos. Jose Riglos with a nice lofted cut shot down towards Faris. Being tracked here by Habtoor Al Habtoor. And Habtoor Al Habtoor with a nice little dab on the ball there on the near side. He's done well. And then reverses it. Oh, and that was a measured little backhander. It's just been deflected out of play. We're going to go upstairs and just check this. See who that ball came off last. Just looking at the replay, it looks like it comes off Faris's horse. Here's the backhander from Habtoor, and it pops off Faris's pony and goes out of play. So the Reds have got possession of the ball once again, and Solari has gone beyond the last line of defence, and they haven't picked him up. It's Solari in on goal here for Habtoor. It's Solari. Surely from there he's going to get it, and he does. Well, they were caught napping, weren't they, at the back, Abu Dhabi? And it was Marcos Solari who sensed that he could go beyond the last line of defence. The pass was perfect. And Habtoor with another one here. They put number 8 up on the scoreboard. It's 8-4.5. Clash of sticks in the throw-in. Pops out nicely here for Habtoor. Habtoor works it around the corner. Faris was there appealing for the foul, but play will continue here, and it's that man again, Solari, who's been pretty destructive, and he spied a nice one downfield. And look at that, flicked in, there was contact. There's a late whistle. Goal judge is waving the flag. Let's have a look at this. It was Riglos that came in. With Shoa. Riglos with his stick raised. Let's see what the umpires decide. So the umpires have gone upstairs, and they've got the right decision, in my opinion. It's going to be a spot hit. Riglos, well established. With Shoa coming in. And it's going to be a penalty 5 here by the looks of it. Another message coming in from some of our Polo Line TV viewers. We've got a message here saying, great game so far, amazing commentator. Well, thank you very much, but that comes from Ruby Southwell, so that may be a little bit biased. Thanks, Rubes. Lovely to have you on the live stream. I hope you're enjoying the game, sweetie. She's down in Tavistock in Devon. She should be at school. It's a spot hit. Somebody's off changing, hence the delay. Just waiting for Balti Visual, who's just nipped off to do his hair and makeup. He's going back onto the field now. This is match day 4, game number 4. Ghantoot, remember, had a convincing start. They beat El Pasha 9-3. Abu Dhabi lost their first match, 8.5-10 to Ghantoot. And then we had a fine match between UAE and Bangladesh yesterday. And that was, in the end, won by UAE with a final flurry in the last couple of minutes of the fifth chukker. They turned it around and flipped the game on its head. And UAE beat Bangladesh 9-7.5. A very good Bangladesh team yesterday. Innovation in equine protection, www.blockitpolo.com. We saw somebody wearing Blockit yesterday. Who was it wearing Blockit at DPEC yesterday? Haider Bangladesh was covered in Blockit. He was blocked. And he looked good too. We've had a message from Abdul Suleiman, who's watching the action. He sent a video of himself watching Polo Line TV. Well, that's what we like to see. Good to see so many of our polo friends across the globe dialed into Polo Line TV, enjoying the action from all over the world. Looks like we've had a change of umpire pony here. And our second umpire just making his way out onto the field. It's a spot hit penalty 5, and it's gone in favour of the defending team. Riglos was online, and Ulshoa just slid in front of him, no contact. And at that distance and at that speed, it was a foul. That one's gone out to the left-hand side here. Nice pass from Hilario Ruiz Guinasu out towards Jose Riglos. And Riglos has cut the ball back towards his teammate and returned the favour. Hilario told to use it, and he does, just about. Brings it around the corner, a bit casual there, and that one's been deflected from his pony's hoof, and he's given possession back to Solari. Solari backed up here by Dante Castagnola, who has possession of the ball here for Ghantoot. Pass goes from Castagnola to Ulshoa, and that's a reverse under the next shot, return pass back towards Dante. Being tracked here by Baldivejo. Whoa, and there's a slip. There's a slip. And it looks like Hilario Ruiz Guinasu is in a little bit of pain here, ladies and gentlemen. Ambulance coming in again. Being called on for the third time in this match. There's the slip at the top of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. It really was just a slip. The pony's absolutely fine, I can tell you. That's the good news. Went down quite hard. But Hilario Ruiz Guinasu is going to need a moment here. Well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to all of our viewers on the live stream. Thousands of people dialed in for this one. Here's the replay of this nasty slip. Look at the top of your screen there. Boom. And thankfully, both Pony and Ryder are okay. Pony jumped up and scampered off. Hilario Ruiz Guinesu was not so quick to his feet, but I can tell you that he's okay now. There he is, talking to the umpires, and he is good to go. It's a very misty, foggy night here in Abu Dhabi, and there is a bit of dew on the field. That's why there's been a couple of slips. Not normally this hard to see under the lights. We've got a little bit of a sort of blurry vision from our commentary box. You're probably picking it up on your screens at home. It's not the clearest night. There is a lot of humidity in the air, and that humidity has created a little bit of a dangerous slippy patch or two on the field. Luckily on this occasion both Pony and Ryder are good to go. Marcos Solari, the last to join the pack. And he's timed it well. Almost came away with the ball, but it's been stolen back here by Reglos. Miscontrol from him. Bauti Bejo comes in. Bejo having a little tussle there with Carlos Ochoa. Antonio Ochoa has plucked the ball out of the air and he's going down towards goal. Bauti Bejo goes for a big under the neck shot. Hook clearance. Reglos will have to come out of the way, and the Reds have still got it here, muscling their way down towards goal. It's been stopped. Haftor Al-Haftor will leave this one to Solari. Solari around the corner here for Haftor. He's gone past Bauti Bejo, and he chops a little cut shot down towards goal, but he's just off target to the left. The ball is over the back line and out of play. 3 minutes and 1 second on the clock here in this fourth penultimate chukka. That one's gone out towards Bauti Bejo, but it wasn't the perfect pass there from Ruiz Guinesu, and Bauti's done very well. Tickles it forward on the near side, switches back to the offside and then crunches it downfield. But the 8-goal Argentine, Tolly Ochoa, back in defence, a mistake from him. Paris is going to jump all over that. Faris Al-Yabuni down towards goal. He's got Tolly Ochoa to deal with. Nicely worked there, Faris, with some good pressure from Abu Dhabi. And I tell you what, let's see what the umpires decide here, but Reglos looked like he might well have been in the right place at the right time. Let's have a look at the replay. So what have we got? Two very experienced umpires on the field and an even more experienced umpire in the chair here next to me. They certainly know what they're talking about, and they've awarded a penalty 2 here in favour of Abu Dhabi. And it's going to be Bautista Bejo circling around here to try and pop this one away and bring up 5.5 goals for Abu Dhabi. Bouty shoots, and Bouty scores. Abu Dhabi back on the scoreboard here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the fourth. We've had a message from Sanjula. Sanjula is playing in India. She's the only lady playing in the tournament, at the Jindal tournament in India, in Delhi. And she is sending in her love. We put a shout out to you, Sanjula. Good luck in the tournament. I hope it's going well. Our love goes out to everybody in India who's dialed into the live stream, including Sunny Patel and Agus as well. And Marianito, of course. Mariano. Lastro. Mariano. Habtor is still in possession of the ball. Desperate defence coming in. And it was Hilario Ruiz Guinazu with a swipe of a backhander, but he couldn't prevent the goal. And Habtor have clocked up another one here. They're stretching ahead. It's 9-5.5. Here's the replay. Nicely done. Solari involved again. We're back in play. Solari over the top of the play. Riglos reverses it with the tail backhander, and Barris has turned beautifully. Barris Al-Yabuni looking for an under-the-neck shot. He's found one, but it's gone a little bit long on that line, and he's going to have to try and tickle it back around the corner. Oh, he's so close on the far side, but Habtor have come around the corner and stolen the ball back. And there's a counter-attack on the far side of the field. Riglos trying to stop that counter-attack. And they've still got it here, Habtor. Very difficult to see on that far side of the field under this mist and this gloom. So forgive me, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's been reversed there by Bauti Bejo. He's trying to get the ball out to Riglos, but Habtor have it once again, and there's another wave of attack coming through here. There's the 30-second hooter as Habtor come down towards goal. He's still going here. Goal shot comes in here from Tolio Shoa. Bauti Bejo's there, and the goal is good. The goal judge is waving the flag right on the stroke of the hooter of the fourth chukker, ladies and gentlemen. Habtor have brought up double figures here, and they scored 9 in their first match. They've scored 10 here, and we've still got a chukker to go at the end of the fourth. It's 10-5.5 in favour of the Reds. Bauti Bejo. There's the next shot. That was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? Does love that play. Nudges it past his opponent. Gets himself set early. Gets out the saddle and comes up with a beautiful neck shot. Good work by Solari, who had a very good game, I thought. Habtor. What a goal this is. Working it downfield. There's a support coming in. Solari once again. And this is the one there where Solari jumped all over that mistake. It was Tommy Willens trying to put the brakes on, didn't get much response. And Solari jumped all over that, straight in on goal. And here's the cut shot, around the corner. Here's Ali. This was the pick of his 3 goals. He had a lot of work to do. He picked the ball up pretty much on the halfway line. Got that one across the line, bouncing ball, but he got the job done. That's Pablo Llorente with a little wristy flick under his pony's neck. Here's the second of Ali Almari's 3 goals. Worked it around the corner, despite that desperate lunge. The next shot from Hilario Ruiz Guinazu, the ball crossing the line. Bautibejos's open backhander was picked off here by his teammate Jose Riglos. Riglos showing his skill on the run. This was a lovely pass from Pablo Llorente, picked up by Kaku Araja, and Kaku just about getting that one across the line. Bautibejo, who came up with 3 late goals for Abu Dhabi, one of the early goals of his. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the final stages of this encounter between Habtoor and Abu Dhabi. The ball is in play, and it's Bautibejo coming away with the ball. Punches it down towards his teammate. And that was Ruiz Guinazu. He tried to put the brakes on and get back to the ball, but he couldn't do so. And it is Solari. He's had a good game here, Solari. Right is the call. And a nice pass out to Tolly Ulshoa. Ulshoa picks that one up and muscles it down towards Habtoor. Faris Al-Yabuni's there for a piece of the action. That one's gone straight onto the stick of Bautibejo, and that's a clever little backhander from Bejo. Just enough on it there to allow his teammate Riglos to come through, and the Abu Dhabi team is on the attack. That one's been launched down towards goal. It was a long-range shot coming in from Hilario Ruiz Guinazu, and he's off target to the left. Well, that's a bit of a miss hit. It's straight onto the stick of Riglos, but he's been out-muscled and out-challenged here by a very classy-looking Ulshoa. Faris, well, look at that for determination. Brilliant bit of play from Faris Al-Yabuni, who sensed a little bit of hesitation and a little bit of space between himself and those players, and he came in with a massive defensive play for his team. But the Reds have got it back on the far side in the form of Habtoor Al-Habtoor, who's got some support. Picked up by Riglos. Cuts it downfield and up over the halfway line comes Jose Riglos. Huge ride-off. Look at that for a ride-off coming in from Solari. Solari gets man and ball and finds a beauty of a backhander, and turning nicely onto that was Tolly Ulshoa. Ulshoa now. Last line of defence is Faris Al-Yabuni. Faris has already taken the ball off Tolly already once in the last minute or so, and he's done it again here at the expense of a corner. Good defensive work once again by Faris Al-Yabuni. It's going to be a corner. 60-yard attempt here. Looks like Marcos Solari is teeing the ball up, but I think he's only doing it in the absence of one of his teammates changing. And it's going to be Carlos Maria Ulshoa. It's along the ground. It's been half stopped by Bautibejo. Belti's done well. He's nudged the ball away from the danger zone, cut back inside on this tidy-looking chestnut with the white blaze, and he's worked his way across the field and out over the 60-yard line. He's up to the halfway line, but a little miscontrol there from Balti, and that's allowed the Reds to come in with another wave of attack. Visual, back in control of the ball. What's he got this time? Trying to work this ball out of defence for Abu Dhabi. And there's a mad tussle for possession. Look at that. Solari once again. Good stick work here. And a flick towards goal. He's got it. Wow. Marco Solari. Like lightning. Look at that. The ball popped out favourably for him and he got his skates on and they weren't going to catch him. Look at that. Lovely control. Great composure in front of goal. And a nice little measured under the neck shot through the posts. And he's brought up number 11 for Habtoor. That's 20 goals they've scored in the first 2 games here. And they're still going. There's still 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. An immediate whistle there as Habtoor tried to escape from the pack. Riglos had his stick raised and the umpire's whistle stops the clock. And they have given the players a chance to go off and change their ponies. Just waiting for some players to rejoin the action. Great to hear from so many of our TV viewers. There's been called here. Belty Bishop is going to come in and take this penalty. Sets himself. He's hit the post. And then he comes through and taps it in as that ball comes back off the post. So nicely done by Belty. Needed 2 attempts at it, but they all count. And he's brought up another goal here for Abu Dhabi. Message coming in from Juan Correa. Juan saying saludos. Great to have so many people sending in so many messages on the live stream. Thank you for your support and all of your polo love. Here comes Habtoor. Nice approach shot out to the left. Can he find the shot to flick it back towards goal? He's missed it. He's missed it. Good attack, but just wide. Abu Dhabi back in possession from their own back line, and that's a take 2 there for Hilario Ruiz Guinasu as he circles around after that complete miss-hit. Maybe hurting a little bit from that tumble, in fairness to him. Took an absolute whack, didn't he? Habtoor on the march once again, and this time they're wide to the left as we see the goal judge scampering across left hand post. Another message coming in from Apex 696 who says good commentary and a nice ground. Well, thank you very much. I'm not quite sure who you are, what your real name is, but thanks for the comments. Abu Dhabi on the march. What have they got left in the tank? There's 2:34 on the clock here. How they would love another goal. Belty Visual working hard for his team. He's escaped the attentions of one. He's got possession of the ball here. Can he find a little pass through the traffic? He's gone out towards Riglos. Riglos coming through, getting in a big challenge there with Dante Castagnola it was. And here comes Ulloa once again. He's picked up an absolute beauty of a half volley. Look at that. Tolly Ulloa showing his class. Can he set himself and finish this one off under his pony's neck? Ulloa with the flick. Where's it gone? It's in. It's in. What a lovely bit of skill there from Tolio Shoa. The goal shot was wonderful, great composure, but the half volley on the run was an absolute beauty. And there's the flick. Lovely stuff from the 8-goal Argentine, Tolio Shoa. It's 12, 6.5. A clash of sticks in the throw-ins as we tick down towards the last minute of this 5th and final chukka. And it's just a red wave at the moment. It's attack after attack here from Habtor, who are looking very well drilled, aren't they? And this one's come in under his pony's neck towards goal, and he's got another one. It's raining goals here. $13 goals to 6.5. A beautiful neck shot on the angle at pace. Great to hear from our friends out in India. Sanjula, hope that tournament's going well for you. That's the Jindal Spring season, the Jindal's Polo Estate Cup. And I hope that's all going well for you in Delhi. Lovely to hear from our friends in India. Play continuing here as Bauti Bejo gets possession for Abu Dhabi. They've been well beaten here as the hooter sounds. The game comes to an end. And well, what a convincing victory it was in the end for the red shirts of Habtor. They've brought 13 goals up on the scoreboard, and they've won this one 13 to 6.5. Players are shaking hands. Let's have a look at the chukka by chukka progression here. Habtor, good start, 3 to 1.5 in their favour at the end of the first. They were 4, 2.5 up at the end of the second chukka. At half time, they had a 7-4.5 lead, and that lead just extended, didn't it? They came up with 3 goals and conceded just 1 in the fourth. And then at the end of the match there, 3 more goals in the fifth. Gave them a 13-6.5 victory. Let's have a look at the highlights of the game. The best goals, there was plenty of them. Not easy to see in this slightly foggy night here under the floodlights, but this was Solari with a lovely little measured flick under his pony's neck there. Playing so well, isn't he, Marcos Solari? 4 goals and absolutely on fire. There's another one. Nothing that Bauti Bejo or Faris Al-Yabuni could do to stop this one. Once again, the danger man, Marcos Solari. Showing us his skills on the run there, the number 2 for Habtor. And this was an absolute cracker. Look at this. Look at the cut on that. It's a superb goal from Tolio Shoa. Solari feeding the ball into his teammate Dante Castagnola. In fact, sorry, Tolio Shoa again, the number 3. That was a nice bit of play from Solari again, this time setting up his teammate. Look at this for a goal from Habtor, who just wanted it so badly. He muscled his way past, sufficiently past Faris Al-Yabuni to get that near side forehand in. And here's the last one. Solari again, this time under his pony's neck on the near side. Have a bit of that. And there we have it, a very happy Habtor camp, and why not? They scored 13 goals tonight. They scored 9 goals in their opening game, and that is, by anybody's standard, a well-drilled team, and they're very happy with both of those results, of course. Still got some more work to do. Tomorrow's match, we'll see Ghantoot taking on Bangash, and that will be under the floodlights here at the Ghantoot Racing and Polo Club here in Abu Dhabi. But it's 2 from 2 for the Reds of Habtoor. Let's have a look at the match stats. Field goals, 11 to the Reds, 4 for Abu Dhabi. Throw-ins, that was shaded by Habtoor, 10-8 in their favour. There were 7 fouls by Habtoor and 4 by Abu Dhabi. The penalty count reads 2 out of 2 for the Reds, 2 out of 4 for the white and purple shirts. There was a corner that was taken by Polo Shower, and he did not convert it. There were no yellow cards in the game. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in to Polo Line TV for our action from the Ghantoot Polo Championships International. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7:30 local time. Make sure you're tuned in, where we're going to have the contest between Ghantoot and Bangladesh. We'll see you then.